Welcome, welcome, all you cosmic surfers. I'm your master cosmologist and the head cheerleader to the stars, here with an energy bite, tarot, and astrology forecast for your day. I had such a good morning. I took myself out on dates. It's the final day of Earth in Libra, 29 degrees of Libra, and I'm good. I'm solo good, which felt really nice to feel that sense of completion and totality within myself, that I could go have a good old time with just me. So I went to the farmer's market and I had breakfast out and I channeled in town in front of all of the religious zealots wearing their death cult swag in front of me. It was very interesting to people watch this morning. The phenomenon that I witnessed is just how sold and affixed to a death cult everyone is. And the second phenomenon, which was really bizarre to me because I haven't been out in public in a long, long time, really, was to see just how uniform everyone here is. I live in South Carolina. It's a particularly conformist state, we could call it. And there's just this phenomenon of all the women, they look like clones. They look identical. They have no personality. They have no sense of style. They have no sense of class anymore. I was wondering where class went today. There were two categories: women in really baggy, frumpy, dude-looking attire, and the other was baggy athletic t-shirt with a flimsy up to your butt tennis skirt and low profile sneakers with like Adidas looking stripes on it. And I did a tally in my notebook of just how many clones came into the coffee shop while I was there, and I was astounded. It was like 15 women, very young women, especially like in their 20s, all dressing exactly the same or with no sense of style or femininity. Now, I'm someone who is totally do you boo, live and let live. I really don't care what anyone does to a certain extent, as long as they're not harming anyone, and you're free to make whatever choices you want to, but it didn't feel very choosy. It was an interesting thing with the Earth at 29 degrees of Libra to see just how repetitive people are and how monkey see, monkey do everyone is. I don't know what the heck was going on, honestly. It was just showing me that what we are up against is a clone war, where people are actually really afraid to be truly individual and to stand out and to not conform, to find their own way, to find their own style, to wear their own wardrobe, put out a message through the clothing that they wear even. I guess that's their message, is that we all want to be identical. Let's see. We're going to go right into the cards. I am channeling right as the sun is concluding 29 Aries. So we're going to stick with Tarot of Curious Creatures and the Dream Weaver's Oracle. I kind of wanted to go into the Taurus season decks, but I can't cheat. Cannot cheat. Which feels very 29 degrees Libra. You know, it's very, I swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And that's where we'll start. That's where we'll begin. It'll be interesting to see if the cards go into any of this Clone War stuff that I'm seeing. I just actually wanted to yank all of the women into my Goddess Academy and teach them how to stand with their shoulders back, their head held high, give them extreme makeovers, not in plastic surgery or any sort of generic television kind of what you see out in ads and what's trendy. I want to just get my hands on them and work my magic on them, give them their own style, bring it out. Oh, this is funny. I'm just going to go with that because it feels like very fashion oriented, pizzazz, razzmatazz, not afraid to wear her stripes on the outside instead of hiding who you are underneath frumpy clothes or the standard uniform of the moment. I have the Queen of Cups underneath here. And I feel like this is giving me a matriarchy vibe. There was a really strong sense of polarity. The flip is flipped entirely. The deal has been sealed. And I'm not sure I want to take the message in that direction. So, you know who this is? This is Sedna. This is the Inuit goddess Sedna. And I feel like her cups runneth over. She said nah to so many things. She said no to so many people, so many places, so many things that were just draining her energy and running her ragged, making her an emotional wreck. And now she's good. She's good. She feels fulfilled. She feels safe. She feels sound. She feels steady. I love, 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 love that she is wearing a star around her neck as her necklace. This is a symbol, a very specific symbol of arrival on the other side, on the flip side. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you just aren't in the know yet. You will one day. You'll be able to say, oh yeah, remember when you held up the seal card? Now I know what that means. Now I know what that means. I'm to pull one more tarot card to join these two. It's so celebratory. You know what I get here is a sense of a seal, like, oh, that sounds like a dolphin. I keep hearing dolphins clapping in my head and cheering. Seal claps and dolphin cackles. It's celebratory. The oceans are rejoicing. The divine feminine is throned. The earth can rejoice. The oceans can sing joyously. I've got the Hermit. Why is the Hermit here? Because this is a very... Okay. This is breaching. This is Sedna, who got tossed out of a boat, left to die by men, to drown in the ocean. She became the goddess of the sea, and all the sea creatures birthed from her severed fingers. She took lemons and made lemonade. She got thrown to the wolves and became the alpha. She triumphed over the most terrible conditions and inhumane treatment possible to become the goddess of the sea. The goddess of the sea. And with the Hermit there, she's breaching. She's no longer needing to hide at the bottom of the ocean and flee for her life and to do alchemy and shadow work and all of the things that would create the byproduct of her torture and her suffering, the beautiful sea animals. She I'm seeing a seal just jump and leap out of the waves. It's a sense of rising, risen, arose. She arose a new goddess. She arose a new creature entirely. Oracle card. And there's an announcement. There's an announcement. There is this ceremonial heralding of this new queen. She's ushering in a very different, a horse of a different color era that has a brand new style and a new attitude. It's very brazen. It's very brazen. I get a lot of brazen energy with this Page of Wands. The cards are grasping my hand, almost trying to pull themselves back into the deck. I almost said depth. This is Sedna's last kind of struggle. They're trying to claw her back down. No, you can't leave. No, you can't leave. You cannot leave the underworld. And she's just like, this is kind of like middle fingers blazing, like, bye. I've seen all I need to see down here. It's been fun. All is well. All is perfect in the underworld. But I said, nah. I said I had enough. Enough. Enough is enough. If you hear a Sasquatch sigh, what I'm getting from this is seeing an anomaly, seeing a rare creature, seeing a sight that you are shocked to see. He's asleep, and there's this sense of this goddess being submerged in a spiritual narcolepsy. She was awakened. She was awakened. She spent a very long time under the waves doing her alchemy, shadow work, and pulling everything up to the light, bringing everything out to the surface, and she's ready to breach. So this breaching here, it's like a security breach too. Sasquatch alert. Rare unicorns coming out of hiding, coming out of the closet. I'm hearing, oh, here she comes. Watch out, boy, she'll chew you up. Oh, here she comes. She's a man-eater. We promise we won't hurt you. We're gentle giants, but there is a sense of man-eating. What else do I get here? There's a different message coming here. Let me just conclude the rare beast sighting. You're going to shock people. You're going to step out and people are going to be like, what? Who is that? I can't barely recognize her, but I know it's her. I know it's him. I know it's them. It almost gives me National Enquirer vibes too. Like, a goddess or an angel was sighted today at the supermarket. Or an alien was spotted today at the supermarket. And there being this gossiping energy or this sensational news story that spreads and goes viral or like wildfire. Reports of a rare sighting. is what I'm getting. And then the other quality I'm getting here is that you've been sleepwalking your entire life, and now you are finally roused, and your eyes will be wide open, and you will be able to visualize your path. You won't be stumbling around blindly anymore. The blind leading the blind too. And there's this sense of marching to the beat of your own drum. One of the coolest things, oh, I should go grab it. Hold on, y'all. Mars went into Leo, and I did a Mars and Leo video. And I pulled this heartbeat card, which indicated marching to the beat of your heart and following your heart, and your heart as your GPS and compass and your global positioning system to locate you very specifically around the globe. If you look, I'm actually wearing this, which looks like a heart compass. This is a Zuni sun. It's a white buffalo turquoise, and it's laid in silver, and these represent the 4 directions. Your heart is your compass. Your heart is your guide. It's very Jiminy Cricket, isn't it? When you wish upon a star. This is going to act as a compass rose, and it will locate you wherever you need to be at the precise and exact moment at the exact time. When I got done with the Mars and Leo video, I saw this come apart into several words. Hear, art, beat. Hear, art, beat. I feel like your art, you're going to hear it beat from your heart, and you will hear that rhythm, and you will hear that message, and you will hear that song, your soul song, essentially. It will just guide you. You could do it with your eyes closed. You could do it blind. However, you will visually have the big picture, which is coming in for me very, very rapidly, very, very quick. All right, I think there's one other card that wants to be at the top of this path here, almost like either a dangling carrot or a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. I'm not sure. Let's see. Who wants to join this message with the Sasquatch Psi card? And I think we'll... the Fool 2.0. This card comes up redundantly. What this is telling me is that there's no one ahead of you. You're at the forefront. You're a pioneer. You're at the bleeding edge. There's not a path blazed. You're going to be forging it. That's cool because Aries is the explorer, and we're at 29 degrees of Aries, and then in what, like 2 hours, hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that, the sun goes to 0 degrees of Taurus, which would be the wild, wild west, the frontier, the open range. It's like you dive headfirst from Aries into Taurus, and that 0 Taurus is, I'm getting a visual. It's Far and Away. Is that the right name? I'm pretty sure it's Far and Away. One of my favorite movies with Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman when they're on the open range and they're racing for the flag on the land to claim their new home. There is a quality akin to that happening right now, where you are going to stake your claim for fame, for legacy, family, legacy, panda, I'm hearing panda, family, legacy, panda. What am I saying here? It feels like putting a flag on the moon. It's that brand new. It's that uninhabited. There's nobody in this territory yet. It's an open range. And since you're one of the frontiers, you can plant your flag and stake your claim boldly. And there's a sense of family building. Yeah, we're not done. We're not done. Let's see. Why is the Fool here? Or what is she? Actually, you know what? We're going to ask what she's diving into. Where's she heading? Four of Pentacles, security, legacy, security. She's staked her claim and she's sitting on it. She's sitting on business. She's sitting on what's hers. She's sitting on, okay. There's this sense of sitting on your claim and not budging. I'm gonna pick up the deck guide here for the Four of Pentacles. Savings, success, financial planning and security, possessions, knowing your worth, being in flow with abundance, gratitude, and generosity. So yes, she is diving headfirst into security. She's diving into 0 degrees of Taurus. The Four of Pentacles is very, very 0 Taurus to me. The 0 is Scorpio plus Taurus, which is the antipode. It's the axis. It's very balanced. It's feeling your self-worth, feeling complete, feeling protected, feeling safe, a sense of security. There's a whole new stability to be had in Taurus this year. I keep calling it Build Back Better. That we're going to go through this process of a remodel and a renovation. And it's going to be not a house of straw, not a house of sticks, but a house of bricks. She's a brick house. She's mighty, mighty. Because she's not letting it all hang out. She has class. She has class. This is class too. She's got her goodies and she's not needing to have her tatas hanging out. I like this. This is an elegance. This is an elegance. This is I'm seeing a lot of Roman statues today. I'm seeing a lot of ancient marble carvings, classical paintings, classical art, where there is the human form, but it's classy and it's classic and it's not trashy. There's something very, very hot on the radio dial today about not being trashy. Anything else? I'll read this card because it is kind of the setup for Taurus season, Sun in Taurus, which I would actually call Scorpio season because I base my cosmology on where our souls are, our 𝗵𝗞𝐺𝐸s. It says, while we're seeking to build prosperity and security, it's important to check in on our own relationship with money and the mindsets we hold around wealth, abundance, and material things. The energy of success swirls and coalesces rapidly in the fields of persistence and joy, and the Four of Pentacles opens the way to stability and savings without being laser focused on the material aspects of life. It's interesting. Opens the way. opens the way into that new frontier. This is a new frontier for you because you haven't had all the pieces, the whole pie. You haven't had the whole shebang together before. This is a new level of financial success being handed to you. Enjoy this boost of resources and health. See? Boost. There's going to be a boost of your resources. It's not all just going to be in the form of money. This could come in helpers. This could come in offers. This could come in any material form. This could also come invisibly, but it's going to flow in. There's no more blockages. There's no more stoppages. There's no more preventing it from coming in. And then health. But that comes with doing the work. It's not automatic. You have to go for a dive. You have to go for a swim. You have to dance. You have to go for a hike. You know. This card reminds you to be generous and to look at your relationship with your professions. Well, maybe possessions. Sometimes we hold on to our things so tightly that the energy around our expansion and growth stagnates. Loosen your grip and open your hand to receive even more. And in this way, your generous and open heart will top up your piggy bank until it spills over. This is a channel that's flowed through me for many years now. I'm not the best at it because my financial situation has been in miser penny pinch mode for a long time. This is not having huge savings necessarily. This is money in, money out flow, the banks. It just flows through the banks. It's a new economy. There was a lot popping through this morning about trade and merchandise and merchants and merchants, and what was the other? Marketing. We'll talk about that on the Taurus video. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but the key here is that we're not going to be clingy and stingy anymore. When we hang on to it, it's dead and it's not able to help anybody and it's not able to help us and it doesn't promote movement and stagnancy of water, currency. Money held up in banks is the same as them being locked away in a crypt. Crypto no. What's the word? Coffers. Coffers or coffins. When you just hoard it and don't let it help anyone else, it doesn't do any good for you or anyone else in the world. We were going to read the Sasquatch card, and then we will close up this message. Essential meaning, spiritual narcolepsy, seeing through the lens of separation, competition, arrogance, ego, narrow-mindedness. I'm not even going to read the rest of the card. I'm just going to glean exactly what came out to me here, which is it's going to sleep. It's being retired. It's being put down. The every man for himself, this need to be separate instead of cooperative. A lot was coming up today about cooperatives being formed and unified work or no, what am I trying to say? Just call it a co-op. Competition that's healthy and promoting. Arrogance, ego, those are going to go to sleep. We don't need that anymore. And then narrow-mindedness. So a lot of things just going to sleep today, being put to bed. They're old world, old era mindsets, and they're not coming into the new. That's the new, the 2.0. All right, guys, I am going to be doing a Taurus message to give you the rundown for all of Taurus season, Scorpio season. So I'll see you there. Thank you for joining me. Bye.